Hello and welcome to the Princess K podcast show. Your host, Princess Kingsman. Okay, so I have another topic, okay? Another educational topic. Um, a few days ago I spoke about the shut up spells, okay? Now I'm gonna talk about death spells, okay? Now, before I mention anything, um, all these spells that I am describing to you has been performed on me my whole life. So I have a lot of knowledge on it. I have a lot of wisdom and information on it. So take it that I know what I'm saying and take it that I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not just talking out of my ass. Okay. Okay. And I basically survived all of these spells. Okay. Um, and that is why I'm able to talk about it. So as to share, to shed some light on it and to make sure that you're aware what is the difference between the physical issues and spiritual issues, because life is spiritual. Everything is spiritual, to be honest with you. If anything is going to happen in the physical, it's going to happen in the spiritual first before it manifests in the physical. And that is why a lot of high priests and high priestesses, especially the evil ones and covens, the dabble in evil shit, they do a lot of dream work. Okay, a lot of dream work. They do it for the evil purposes. And they also do astral traveling as well. People can astral travel. It's like a pandemic. And they use it for evil purposes. Okay, so take it that I know what I'm saying. All right? Okay, so I want to talk about death spells. So, death spell is, well, death really. Death spell is someone that has an intention that wants to end your life. So, this could be because, and death could mean different things, okay, in the arcana, in the tarot, but death spells are supposed to end. It's not just sent to you to end your life, but it's also sent to you to end everything around you, end your finances, your passions, your hobbies, your job, your marriage, um, things around you in general, your home, for it to come crumbling down. Okay, and death magic as well, death spells is very, very common. It's more common than you would think. Okay, it's more common like shut up spells. And death spell can be performed in a graveyard. People do graveyard magic. I've had my passed over, deceased, adopted mother perform these death rituals on me my whole life. Okay, my whole life. Think about that for a second. My whole life. She's been trying to kill me. And it ends your physical life for. So sometimes they want to end something for you. Like when I'm doing my show, a lot of death spells to sabotage my platform has been performed so that people will not watch it, people will not listen to it, and people will just, block me and be like, oh yeah, don't listen to her, blah, blah, blah. Because that's what they want. They don't want you to listen to me. When I mean they, I mean evil people in the shadows that hide. And they like to throw stones and hide their hands. That's what I mean by they. Okay, they is anybody that is evil. They is anybody that makes themselves your enemy. Okay, doesn't matter who that person is, how close, how far, how ridiculous it is. Okay, you don't have to offend someone for someone to come after you. You don't have to do nothing to them. People are evil and they are looking for an excuse to be evil. Okay? So you got to be careful, you got to be prayerful, you got to be on guard in the spirit. Okay? So, death magic, for example, can be performed on you. They will start in the spirit realm, they'll start in the astral realm. They will find you wherever you are in the astral realm, don't matter where you are, don't matter what dimension or what reality, they will find you. And when they find you, there's different kinds of death spells. The first one is they can summon your spirit while you're sleeping, wherever you are. They summon your spirit, they conjure your spirit, they call your spirit to where they are doing this ritual. And then they start to weaken you. And then they, stab you, all kinds of things. They can stab you in the heart. It could be a heart attack, it could be cancer, it could be anything. Okay, death spells can escalate to accidents. It can escalate to car accident, a mysterious incident in the house where you die by fire, just death, really. And death has a creative way of taking us out. Okay, so yes, so and graveyard magic. So yeah, they start in the spirit, and you know, you start seeing yourself in the coffin. You start, when I started to get death spells done on me was when I was 18. I was in uni, I think 17. I was in uni then, I think first year of uni, and I was going to this church then, and I started to get suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideation. That's also a spell as well. I'm also going to talk about suicidal spell because people do that, okay? So that has been sent to me. That was when I started seeing, I'll see myself in a coffin, I'll see myself dead, I'll just be thinking about death, like there's just death everywhere. You feel it, you can taste it, yeah, you can see death. So it's because somebody is throwing that energy your way. Because we as human beings, we're not supposed to go when it is not our time. When it is not our time, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna go. Okay? We're not gonna go. When it's not our time, we're gonna get sent back here. That's why there's a lot of near death experience. I've had a lot of near death experience because I've had a lot of death magic performed on me. So I've had a lot of near death experience. And I do believe that I have died before and I come back to life. I have died for 1 minute and came back because I was sent back. It is not my time. Yeah. And obviously the spirit works, the spirit world, the time on this in the spirit world is really different. Okay, very different. 10 seconds could literally be 5 minutes here. So time does not exist in the spirit world. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. Time does not exist in the spirit world. It doesn't. Okay. Yeah. So death magic exists. People perform it, and that's why I said a few days ago that there are more people that have been taken out spiritually than in the physical. Okay, a lot of people unalive a lot of people. Wives do it, husbands do it, family members do it, friends, co-workers. If they see that person as a threat, if they're jealous and they want what that person has and they just hate and they have an evil entity attached to you, yeah. In order for you to be evil, you need to have an evil entity attached to you. And entities are not visible. Not unless you have like I said, third eye. Not unless your third eye is open. But if your third eye is not open, you're fucked. Okay? And they try to block my third eye because they don't want me to see what they're doing to me in the spirit. But we all know that doesn't work. So death spells has been performed on me for a long time, and I would see myself in a graveyard, waking up in a graveyard in the astral realm, and I was also buried alive as well in the astral realm. I was buried alive. Think of it like when you watched the Black Panther, if you know the Black Panther, if you watched the Black Panther, when King T'Challa was going to ascend to the throne of his kingdom when his father passed away, they had an ancestral procession or something like that, where he had to lie down on sand and they had to bury him, and then he would wake up, and he would, wake up into the astral, sorry, into the it would wake up into the ancestors realm. Okay, ancestors have their own realm, evil has its own realm, death has its own realm. Okay, fairies have their own realm. They have their own realm. Okay, and it's a mystical realm. So yeah, I was buried in the spirit, and I almost died. I am not joking. I am not bluffing. I am not talking out of my ass. I am of sound mind, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. I was buried in the spirit. And how I know that is because I do a lot of dream work, and because I'm strong spiritually. So an ancestor came and gave me powers to wake up. And I woke up almost dead. I can't tell you how long I was buried for, but it was a while. And after that, a lot of things changed. So, death magic exists. People get taken out every day by death magic, death spells, because everything is energy and they just throw that energy your way. That's why you need to pay attention to your thoughts. What are your thoughts saying? Because the thing with the mind, I'm still going to talk about the mind. The thing with the mind is so open that 90% of the thoughts that come into your mind, they are not your own. I'm just going to make that clear. Let me say it again. 90% of the thoughts that appear in your mind randomly are not your own thoughts. So you have to be careful. You have to be observant. Like, where's that thought coming from? You understand? Exactly. So, graveyard magic was performed on me. So many things were performed on me, to end my passion, to end anything and everything. And on top of that, to end my life, to make sure that I pass away. Okay, my whole family, this group of people that were working together, this group of people that have it out for me, that are against me, there's about maybe 50 to 100 of them or more. Yes, I had multiple groups of coven witches and wizards and warlocks coming for me. Even one of my exes is a warlock, and he was paid to come into my life to fuck me up, physically or spiritually, by any means necessary. And he was promised money and all kinds of things. I'm sorry, I'm going above time. He was promised all kinds of things because he was bribed to come towards me by my fake family. I need you to understand one thing, that my family wants me dead and has always wanted me dead. But I did not know that until 4 years ago when I started to wake up. So, yeah, like when I was young, I would get like recurring nightmares. When I was a teenager, when I was young, I think it was when I was a teenager, I would get recurring nightmares of someone stabbing me in my stomach, like every single time, like every night, like clockwork. Like someone was trying to stab my stomach, like knife stabbing, and it's by different people, by a man, a woman, and I would never see the man or the woman's face, but it would just be the hand, like just stabbing. And I had that recurring nightmare for years. And obviously my mom made an excuse because she knew what she was doing in the dark. Eventually it stopped because I called an uncle of mine that I trusted back then. I no longer trust him anymore. And it stopped. Yeah, death to your finances, death to your money, death to anything. They can even send it to your kids. And a lot of this group that have it out for me, they've been trying to come for my daughter for the past few weeks. But those people should know one thing, that if you think that I cannot be touched, what makes you think that my child can be touched? Exactly. And this is what people don't get. I'm not someone you want to fuck with in the spirit. This is not for everyone. This is for the evil groups of people that are after me. I'm not someone you can fuck with. And I think you know that now because you're seeing it. And when you go after people like me, you won't live to tell the story. And the thing is, these people have been warned several times. They've been warned. They have been warned over and over. They've been warned over 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 times. They have been warned. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not dummies. They're not a child. They know exactly what they're doing. But because they think they can get away with it because they've been doing it for years, decades to other people. So they're like, Princess should be an easy target. She should be an easy target. That's what they thought. Because you see this face, it's very deceptive. Looks can be deceiving, and my looks are very deceiving because a lot of people think I am one thing, and trust me, I am another thing. So, and I've had death magic performed my whole life. I almost got hit by a car several times. Several times I almost got hit by a car. And, I would be in the car driving with some friends, and then we almost had an accident. Like, so many near-death experiences, so many near-death accidents and trains, and it's crazy. When I went across the road, I was this close for the car to hit me. That's how serious it is. So when you pick up on someone throwing death magic your way, you have to send it back. Because it's energy. It's going to stay with you if you don't send it back. You don't have to know the person who's sending it. All you just have to do, and you say it in these words, every single person or anybody that is sending death energy my way under the sound of my voice, I send that energy right back to its source, if you don't know who it is. But in my case, I knew who it was, and I sent it right back to my adopted mother. And it hit her. And that was why she had cancer. And she passed away. Bear in mind, I had to do a lot of forgiving. I had to do a lot of forgiving her. I had to do a lot of forgiving my fake family that I have always loved my whole life. And you wake up one morning from a dream, and then you realize that the reality is they actually hate your gut. And they performed this death magic on me, and they were waiting. They were waiting by the phone. They were hoping and expecting someone was going to call, an official, a police would call like, oh, your daughter is dead, or oh, she passed away, or she killed herself, or something happened. They were waiting, they were hoping, they were anticipating, because they were so confident, because it was multiple groups of people that were throwing that energy my way. It wasn't just one person. One person can't come for me, let alone a group of people. So they had to go and get multiple, like before my mom passed away, my adopted mom, she went to multiple groups of covens. And covens usually have 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 men and women that are witches and wizards, warlocks, magicians, people who are good at manipulating energies, spellcasters. Okay, you get my drift. And they work with energy. And they manipulated my energy and they sent all kinds of spells, all kinds of evil shit my way. So this is what these people do. I'm telling you this because I'm revealing their secrets. And because I have been guided, I am anointed and allowed by the divine to reveal this. Otherwise, I would not be saying it. Before somebody comes in my comments or comes in my email and starts saying, oh, yada, 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 I will block you. I don't have time. I'll just block you. Exactly. So, yeah. So it backfired. And when she passed away, everybody was blaming me. Oh, I was not at the funeral. I was not da. My adopted father and brother were spreading my name everywhere. Because I was not there to defend myself, to say my own side of the story. I was never meant to go to her funeral. I wanted to go. I was ordered not to. Not because my mom is going to hurt me, because she's already passed on. It's because of my adopted father and brother, because they had set a plan. They had set me up. They had set a trap for me to be killed, physically and spiritually. And that's because the divine showed me. That's why I couldn't go. But I paid my respects. You don't need to go to a funeral to pay your respects. You can pay your respects in a different way. And I've paid mine. And besides, she wasn't a woman that deserved my respect. Because we're talking about a woman that was determined and devoted and dedicated to trying to unalive me my whole life. She sent a lot of men to gang rape me so she can break me. She was hoping that something would break me so that it would be easy for me to go. She just never wanted me here. And that's why I said it should have been me instead of her. But because the divine stepped in, and everybody was running their mouth. I had to change my number. Everybody was running their mouth. What kind of person is that? We are looking for Kiki. I'm sorry. We are looking for Princess. We are looking for her. Her mom is sick. We don't know. I wasn't allowed to go near her because she knew what she was doing. But from the outside, you understand, everybody's like, oh, she's a bad child, she's a bad daughter. Why would she abandon her mother when she's sick? It doesn't matter what she did to her. Girl, you have no idea what she did to me. So it matters. And it's not about forgiveness, because people were like, oh, you need to forgive. It's not about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not the issue, because I had already forgiven her. That was not the issue. The issue was, forgiveness or not, you're still going to get your karma. Everything is energy. What you throw out there is still going to come back to you. Even if you've forgiven that person, that don't mean God is not going to deal with you. That don't mean you're not going to learn your lesson. You will. And that's what people need to understand. It has nothing to do with forgiveness. Because even after you've forgiven that person will still go through karmic debt. Because everything you do has a karmic debt. You are stacking it. So whether it is good or bad, you're stacking it. And one day, that debt will be given to you. That's why when you rank up so much bad karma, and you're getting away with it for decades and decades and decades, and you're like, oh, you're happy, you're celebrating. You are racking it up. You are stacking it up like block. And one day the universe will give you all that block. Now it's time for you to pay your karmic debt. But no, people want to be running. They want help now. All of a sudden, they want to come back into my life. All of a sudden, they want to apologize. All of a sudden, they are trying to tap into my energy. Do you think I don't know that y'all be trying to tap into my energy? This is not for everyone, by the way. Those who know. I know you are trying to tap into my energy just to know what I'm doing, what's coming for me next, how you can find your way in. Don't listen. If you are from my past and you are thinking about coming back, stay where you are. Because you cannot deceive me. You cannot manipulate me. You cannot put a wool over my eye. And just because I'm a kind person, because people be on some real bullshit, because they know that you have a lot of kindness in your heart and you have a huge heart, they want to play on your heartstrings. You can't play on any string because I have cut that string. I give my love to the person that deserves it. And I share my love with discernment. I don't just share it with them because people don't deserve it. A lot of people have taken advantage of it deliberately just to fuck me over. Just because they think I look naive. I know I look naive. I get that. But that's the whole point. Because that's the first thing I show. I show love, kindness, understanding, and appreciation and compassion. That's the first thing you are going to see when you meet me. But if you cross me and you think that you can be smart and you think you can one-up me and deceive me and go behind my back, bitch, nigga, I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you very well. No one can deceive me. It's not possible. You know why? Because I have been deceived my whole life. Because I have been foolish. I have been too trusting. I have been stupid. I have been naive. That is why. And that was why on that video, when I was talking about, on the video that I did on destiny swapping, that's why I said, that's why I said that, destiny swapping is not good. Because it's part of spells and all that bullshit. And that's why I said that a hole was dug for me. And it wasn't just my family. And they wanted me to... I fell into that hole. All this magic that I'm telling you, all these spells, it has been casted on me. And it worked for a significant amount of time. It worked. Until it didn't. Because when you go through so much pain that you pass out, that's what I went through. I passed out from my pain, spiritually and physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. Let's not even go there because that's another topic for another day, and I'm already fast spent on my time. So death magic is real. Life is spiritual. And when you send it back. Anyone that wants to end anything for me in my life, it's going to manifest in that person's life. Anyone that wants to end my life, it's going to manifest in that person's life. You send it back because it is energy. You don't need to spend 1 hour. Don't get me wrong. I speak in tongues too. Okay? I pray in a different way. But you don't need to spend hours on hours. No. We already have authority. Those who believe in source, God, universe, whatever you believe in, whatever your religion is, your mouth is very powerful. You need to learn to use it. That is where your power is. Why do you think they were throwing throat chakras at my throat to try and take it away? Because they know that my voice is powerful. Do you understand? I'm a siren. So of course it's powerful. I mean, I can't say I'm not a good singer. I can't, because if I start to sing now, all the windows are going to break. I can't sing. Death magic, it's real. So my mom passing away, my adopted mom passing away, is the result of all the black magic, all the death magic, all the suicidal magic she sent my way. And my adopted brother knows, my adopted father knows. And so does my ex. Because my ex works with my brother, works with my family to fuck me over. So If you think about coming back into my life and you know that you've known me before, please don't come back into my life. Stay where you are. Because I will block you. You can be offended. I don't care. Because as long as you don't have pure intentions towards me, I'm going to cut you out of my life like this. I'm not even going to think about it. I won't give you any warning. So if you like, be upset. If you like, be angry. If you like, send negative energy to me. You are sending it to yourself. Because anyone that sends anything my way is going to automatically go right back to that person. Because I'm not fucking around anymore. Because I've had enough of people's bullshit. People be really evil. And once they know that they are getting their karma now for the evil shit they did, now they want to find a way to come back. Come back to where? Where are you coming back to? Because if I had died, would you see me to come back to? And if the roles were reversed, if the tables were turned, and I was the one that did evil shit, they would not allow me. So people have an entitlement mentality, entitlement into my energy, into my life. Mind your fucking business. This is not for everyone. This is for people who are nosy. Mind your fucking business. And learn to keep your nose out of my business and out of my energy. Because however many people that tap into my energy every day, I know. Don't think I don't know. I don't need to come and say everything on here. No. I know you are tapping into my energy. But there is a consequence for that. Because a lot of people tap into my energy because they want to be nosy. They tap into it for negative intentions. And people want to come back into my life now because what? Because they've called tarot readers, they read my energy, they know that something good is coming for me, and now you want to come because you think, you want to come with a gift like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've changed. I have transformed. I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me? Go fuck yourself. I have forgiven you. Don't come with that apology because we both know you don't mean it. So keep that same energy. Take that apology to God. That's who you need to apologize to, not me. Because 90% of apologies are not genuine. So don't come and be showing up in my door. Don't come because there was a few people recently that are close to my adopted brother that thought that they can come in and deceive me. Don't do that, because that's disrespect on my person. Just because somebody is nice and kind doesn't mean that you can take advantage of them. And these same people that do this shit, and they wonder why they can never meet a kind person. You can never ever meet a kind person, because when you have met a kind person and you treat that person and you use that person for their kindness, why should God make you meet another kind person that you are only going to use and fuck up emotionally? Life is give and take. But a lot of people just want to take. My whole life, people have taken. They have taken and taken from me, and I've had enough. So if you are from my past, whether you offended me or you did not, don't come back into my life. It's a warning. And I'm not going to revisit this topic again. Stay where the fuck you are. Stay where you are. I don't wish any evil or any bad on you. Live your life. Let me live mine. Just act as if you don't know me. It's that simple. Anyway, I have fast spent. I am sorry. I am fast spent. So thank you so much for listening. I will be back shortly. Okay. And just be very prayerful. That's my advice. Be very prayerful. Because evil people don't rest. So neither should you. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. I love you very much. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post. Have a good day and stay safe. Mwah. Love you.